Cooper, and today I'm going to be teaching you the first 5 positions in ballet. Now these positions are important in ballet because without these positions we can't progress through our dances. We use these positions in order to progress through ballet and to move to certain areas. So when you use these positions, it's most likely going to be in a dance. So the first position I want to talk about is called parallel. Now, when you're in parallel, your toes are facing the mirror and your heels are facing the back wall. Or you can be facing any wall and be in parallel. But parallel is when your feet are apart and they're going in one direction all the way down. So this is parallel. Now we're going to have to move our parallel to where our feet are together in order to do the next position. The next position I'm going to teach you is called first position. So the way you're going to do this is you're going to start with your feet together in parallel. Now, both of my arches are touching, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my toes and I'm going to open them slowly, so when I look down, it's going to look like my feet made a V. So you're going to take your hands, put them on your hips, and you're going to look down at your toes, and you're going to slowly open them up until your heels are touching. This is called first position. So let's go over that again. You take your feet, put them in parallel, make sure they're together. You slowly open them until your heels touch and your toes are out towards the other walls, and you can look down and see that you've made a V. So this is called first position, and this is how your arms are holding in first position as well. The next position I'm going to teach you is called second position. All you do is you go from first position and you're going to move your right foot out. Now, when we move our right foot out, we're wanting our feet shoulder width apart. So it would look like this. You're taking your right foot, moving it out. My shoulders and my heels are lined up, and my arms are going to be out in second position. You're still making sure that your toes are facing both walls and that your heels are facing the front. So this is called second position. We call this a turnout. So make sure that your turnout is in a natural position for you. Because if you turn out and your heels are all the way to the front, you're not going to be able to stand up and you're going to fall down. So make sure your turnout is in a natural position for you that's comfortable. Your toes are at least facing the walls and your arms are out and straight with long, tall torso, and my shoulders are back. This is called second position. The next position I'm going to teach you is called third position. Now I'm going to have to come back to my parallel, my vertical parallel for this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up back into first position. So I slowly open up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to place my right heel in between my left arch, like this. Right there. Usually for younger kids, I call this the princess pose, because once they're in this position, they can look like they're waving like a princess or a prince, whichever one they prefer. But this is called third position. Now to go over that again, we're going to start in parallel. We're going to open into first position, take our right foot, place our right heel in between our arch of our left foot, and our arms are down. Our arms are in half and half. So this is second position, and this is fifth position, which we'll be learning soon. So this is third position. The next position, you're going to want to stay in third position, and it's called fourth position. Now, from third position to fourth position, all you're going to do is you're going to take your right foot and you're going to move it up some. Not a whole lot where you're spread out very far like this, but very almost shoulder width apart again. If I were to face this way and I spread my feet shoulder width apart, my front foot should be that far from my back foot. So this is called fourth position. You're going to take your right foot, you're going to move it up a little bit, and you're going to make sure that your heel somewhat comes to the front again in our turnout. Because if we do this, our feet are vertical and parallel, and we don't want that in fourth position. We want it to be turned out. So we're gonna make sure our heel is up in a natural turnout for us and that we're comfortable here. The other thing you should focus on is your hips. When you're in fourth position, your hips cannot be turned like this. They need to be turned to the front and centered and squared off. So if I look at my hips, they're centered, squared off, and they're in a line with my feet. I don't want to turn my body like this. This is not fourth position. This is fourth position. And our arms will just be like this. Okay? Last position I'm going to teach you about is fifth position. Fifth position, what you're going to do is you're going to want to be in fourth position again, and you're going to take your right foot, take your right heel specifically, and you're going to connect it with your left toe. Now watch as I do this. I'm going to back my right foot up, connect my heel with my left toe, and my arms are going to be up, almost like you're holding a beach ball right here. Like this. So, going back from fourth position, we're going to slowly slide our foot in to where our heel touches our toe, right here, making sure this front toe and this back foot, front foot and back foot are both turned out. Now, make sure you're in a natural turnout again. Make sure your your hips are squared off, and you're going to make sure that you're in a natural turnout and your legs are touching, okay? It's important to have your legs touching or else you're not doing fifth position correctly. And you're going to want to hold your beach ball up in the air with very pretty hands, flat, rounded, holding your beach ball. This is called fifth position. So, let's review all the positions we've learned today. The first position is parallel. And we talked about how we can put our parallel together, okay? We can put our vertical parallel together, and this is our feet together. The next position is called first position. We're going to turn our feet out and make our heels touch. And we're gonna round our arms, pretending like we're holding a beach ball. This is position number 2. You're going to take your right foot and you're going to spread it out, just shoulder width apart, making sure your arms are even all the way across and my shoulders are back. This is second position. The next position is position number 3, third position. You're going to take your right foot, you're going to slide it until your heel meets your left arch, which is the middle of your left foot. You're going to connect your heel and your arch, and you're going to raise one arm up and have one arm straight out. This is third position. Fourth position, you're going to slide your right foot forward, unconnect, making sure that your right heel faces forward a little bit and your right toe is facing forward, along with your back foot, making sure that foot is turned out as well. We're going to center our hips, making sure they're squared off and they're to the front, and you're going to pretend to hold your beach ball here too. You also want to make sure that you are not very far apart like this. This is not fourth position. So, this is fourth position, where your feet are almost touching but they're not. Last position is fifth position, and all you're going to do is you're going to take your right foot, you're going to slide it in to where your right heel meets your left toe, and you're going to connect them, making sure your legs are stuck together, your body and torso are tall and up, and you're going to lift your arms up slowly, your fingers are together, and you're holding your beach ball. This is fifth position. So, these are the 5 positions in ballet. I hope you learned something today, and I hope you remember this knowledge for further dance classes. Thank you for watching.